Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and because you clicked on this video, I know for a fact that you're ready to get down and dirty into your personal finances for 2019. This is the first video of 2019 where I'm bringing up my series, Femillionaire, Female Millionaire, where I teach women that through diligence, time, and patience, they can become millionaires. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you like the content, and let's get right into it. All right, you guys, so the first topic video is savings versus investments. Investments, savings. Two very basic concepts, but two very, very different things. And we need to make sure that on this channel, we know and understand the difference between savings and investments. Because although they both have to do with basically not spending your frickin' money, they're two very different things and can lead you down two very different paths in life. So let's talk about the meaning of each. So the meaning of savings is that this is going to be cash, generally held in a bank account, checking account, savings account, whatever, it's there. You can log on, you can do whatever you want with it, and log on to your bank account online. Yeah. And you have access to it same day. Okay. Investments, the meaning of an investment is investing money with the purpose to see it grow. So whereas savings, you're kind of adding, okay, $50, $50, $50, boom, I get to buy shoes. Investments, you might be doing $50, $50, $50. Wow, that's $150, but holy crap, it's $200. So those are the two key differences in the meaning between savings and investments. So an example of savings, like I said in the meaning, is it's generally going to be cash in your bank account. That's what savings is. It's there when you need it. And then an investment example is real estate, stocks, buying ETFs, buying into a mutual fund. You could invest into yourself, girl, because technically investing in yourself, if you start producing or increasing your income, then yeah, I mean, that's an investment. It's not the investment we're talking about, but if you're making 30K and you can invest 10K into yourself and suddenly be making 80K, that's a pretty good frickin' investment. So do that. Do that. Okay, so we went through meanings, examples, the purpose. So the purpose of savings is generally going to be short term. So short term means less than 5 years because you want access to that money within 5 years. Anything greater than 5 years is going to be an investment because the market might go up, it might go down, and in 5 years' time, you aren't gonna know where that is. So if you're saving for a house, the best thing to do is put that cash into savings. Unless you're buying a house in like 15 years, then invest the money. But anything less than 5 years, make sure you have it in cash. The purpose of investments is obviously to see your money grow and to gain more money. So you put in $5 and you get $10. In a savings account, you put in $5 and, well, you still have $5. Yay! But really, savings is good. We like savings. So the risk, and this is where I think a lot of people are afraid of investments compared to savings, because investments are inherently more risky. However, as long as you invest intelligently and do your due diligence, an investment will always outweigh savings in the long run. For like the US stock market. Property, maybe not so much. But like when I talk about investments, I'm mainly talking about like mutual funds and the S&P 500. But let's get more in depth with the risk. Okay, so savings. what's the risk of putting cash in your savings account? I mean, it's there, right? Like, the worst thing that could happen is somebody steals it, but the bank's going to reimburse you for that stolen money anyways, right? Right, okay, yeah. And maybe the worst thing that happens too is you get drunk and you order way too many ramen noodles off of Amazon one night because you wanted to do the spicy challenge, and then your boyfriend said no. So, but the hidden risk to having all of your cash in a savings account is the fact that you're not gaining interest on it. So what I mean by that is log into your bank account and see how much interest you're getting on your savings. Most likely, if you don't have a high yield savings account, you're getting like 0.05%. I know with my personal checking account that I have, I get like 7 cents a month in interest. I have a high yield savings account where I am getting 2.2% annually returned, and that's great and that's on the rise. However, you're technically still losing money because of inflation. So every year when people get their cost of living adjustment raises, that's keeping up with inflation. So if inflation outpaces that interest rate in your savings account, so say your savings account interest rate is 1% and inflation is 3%, you're losing money. You can't really tell because you had $5,000 and now you have $5,000.07, but you're losing money and you're losing purchasing power. So savings is risky, and you have to remember that. Are you going to have fewer dollars visually? Are you going to have fewer dollars? No, but your purchasing power will be less. So like when Sephora raises all of their prices and all the drugstore prices are going up, you're not gonna be able to keep up, girl. Because they all is raising their prices and your savings account isn't paying you shit. Okay. So investments are risky in that they can earn you a lot of money, but they can also lose you a lot of money. And what that basically entails is you invest $5,000 and it might plummet to $3,000 and it might skyrocket to $50,000. And the chances, if you're investing in a straight S&P 500 tracker fund, the chances of that $5,000 decreasing is so slim, especially if you're investing it over time. That money will grow. Will it grow over 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? If we're in a recession, yeah, it might go down to $2,000, and that's freaking scary because that was your $5,000 freaking dollars, but you keep it in your S&P 500 tracker, and after 7, 8, 9, 10, 40 years, that $5,000 is suddenly $25,000. And if you kept that $5,000 in savings all 25 years, it would be $5,000.67. So, and everything at the drugstore is gonna be like $100 in 40 years. So, and Sephora is gonna be like $1,000 a product. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I kind of got into it already, but returns. So with savings, your returns are going to be so minimal, and they might not even keep up with inflation. You might be losing money because you have this pile of cash and you're like, I don't even need all this cash. All the cash you need is 3 to 6 months of living expenses in case you lose your job or you have to go on short-term disability, and whatever you're saving for that's less than 5 years away. That's all the cash you need. Everything else, investments, because your investment returns are going to outpace those cash returns over time so much more. I think in 2018, cash actually was the best investment to have, because guess what? the fourth quarter of 2018 fucking sucked. But over time, it's going to just go up. It's going to be fine. So I want you to remember 3 to 6 months plus whatever you're saving for. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh my gosh. But investment returns so much higher generally. Okay, so now let's talk about liquidity. Speaking of liquidity, homegirl's thirsty. Okay, so liquidity. What is liquidity? It is how easy it is to grab your money. So savings, super liquid. You can go to your bank and be like, give me all my money, fool. And they'll be like, okay, like, here's your $5. You can take out your cash basically whenever you want to. You can have it same day, boom, done. I mean, obviously, like, if for some reason you have like $300,000 in the bank, maybe you're buying like a bougie ass house, it might take like a little bit longer to get it out just because bank stuff. They also might not like have that much in the vault or whatever. So. Investments though are less liquid. So let's talk about like stocks. So in order to get the stock to cash in your hand, so you can go like this after you turned your $5,000 into $25,000, you need to first sell the stock and then transfer it all over to your bank account to where you can take it out. So usually in like today's world, that takes anywhere from like 2 days to 2 weeks. It just all depends on how much you're selling, who your broker is, who your bank is, who your mom is. But that's what matters or that's how like liquid stocks are. And then obviously property is going to be a lot less liquid because you have to first get your property ready to sell, and then you have to find a buyer, and maybe nobody wants to buy your property. So property you could sit on for months, years, decades. Stocks are, 1 to 2 weeks cash in hand, and cash is cash. Okay guys, so that is all that I have for you today. We went through the meaning of savings and investing. We went through examples. We went through the purpose of each. Cash, or savings, is short-term goals. Investments is long-term goals. Investments are what's going to help you increase your net worth and become financially independent and a badass woman. We went through the risks of each. We went through the returns of each, and we went through the liquidity of each. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got something from this video, and I hope that you start thinking about what you need to invest versus save and where that's going to take you down the road to retirement and all of that. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below in the comment section. If you want me to do a video on any words or like phrases I said during this video that you don't quite understand, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!